Hello, friends. One time I attended the lectures on David Hawkins, and at the end of the day, he would reach the podium to shake hands, and I ran to the podium, to the edge of the podium, and I reach out my hand so he can, say goodbye. And he grabbed my hands for like 10, 15 seconds. And he goes, "Forgive them, Lord, for they are just innocent child." As he was looking at me. And that day went by and nothing happened. But I couldn't sleep. I was so touched, overwhelmed by that energy that I started seeing like the essence of life, why everybody gets angry. And I dedicated myself to this because that's one of the reasons why I said to myself, like, that's the type of peace I want in my heart. That's what I want to reach. As I keep making videos, I will keep telling you my experiences and how I had epiphanies and moments in my life out of which turned it into the spiritual journey. Two of my favorite books. The beautiful thing about David Hawkins' books is that you don't have to read them in order. To me, I read them according to how I was feeling. My favorite books. Oh my God, this book is so good. Reality and Subjectivity. And Letting Go. I will read from the chapter. I might stop, I might not stop, but I will give you my impression of my lessons that I have learned from this book, and all of them. The mechanism of letting go. What is it? Letting go is like the sudden cessation of an inner pressure or the dropping of a weight. It is accompanied by a sudden feeling of relief and lightness, with an increased happiness and freedom. And its actual mechanism of the mind, and everyone has experienced on an occasion. For me, letting go, I have learned, is not just you're dating someone and you have a girlfriend and I just break up with her and say to her, that's it, she's out of sight, she's out of mind. That's just out of sight, out of mind. Letting go means accepting that you were part of this relationship. And this relationship is what got you to where you are now. And the pain that you're feeling is because of the relationship, but the rewards that it gives you at the end. So you totally accept your part in the movie, you accept your part in the relationship, and you start forgiving yourself for the mistakes you made. If you made any wrong or if you made any rights. What happens to me and to other people is that we hold on to the beautiful memories, and because we cannot get those beautiful memories again from that person, then we hold a grudge. Or because whatever action they did. There are many reasons why we just don't let go. So we accept everything that is happening at this moment. As she left me, right? An example, as the girlfriend left, now I start loving myself and I start accepting now the pain and the memories that I'm getting from her. I forgive myself. But the thing for me that really worked and I learned through meditation is that I have to forgive her as well. You don't only have to forgive yourself, but you have to forgive that person as well if they hurt you intentionally or unconsciously. And through the process, every time the memory comes, you forgive yourself. You tell yourself that you are only doing the best you can with the current situation or what you have. A good example is the following. You are in the midst of an intense argument. You're angry and upset when suddenly the whole thing strikes you as absurd and ridiculous. You start to laugh. The pressure is relieved. You come up from anger, fear, and feeling attacked to feeling suddenly free and happy. This is right from the beginning of the book. If you want to read it with me, if you want to share your opinion about the same chapter, you can just share it in the comments. This is page number 8. Just think how great it would be if you could do that all the time. Accept yourself for who you are and not let the outcomes of what other people or what is happening in the world. This is why David Hawkins says to live in the world but not to be part of it. You control yourself to the best you can with what you have. You could always feel free and happy and never be cornered by your feelings again, because as they arise, you are surrendering them. That's what this technique is all about. Letting go consciously, because you are aware that they're hurting you, but that anger, you're not putting it to sleep, or you're not anesthetizing it or putting anesthesia on those feelings with liquor, drugs, partying, sex. No, you are accepting yourself as you are, and you are accepting that you're not perfect, and those accumulated emotions, they start burning away. Not so much burning, but fading away, because it's like you don't feel it, you don't see it, but then all of a sudden you feel refreshed. You are then in charge of how you feel, and you're no longer at the mercy of the world and your reactions to it. You're no longer the victim. This is employing the basic teachings of the Buddha, which removes the pressure of involuntary reactivity. When you are in control of your mind, which in peace, but they work together. Your mind and your heart work together, because the ego is not anymore controlling one or the other, and you are just flowing through your emotions. We carry around a huge reservoir or accumulated negative feelings and attitudes and beliefs. The accumulated pressure, which I just mentioned, makes us miserable, because we are holding down to them like little trophies, like they are the one that get us through the day. But in reality, the more we hold on to miserable pressure feelings, we start seeing the world that way, because that's what we are holding in mind. And beliefs and accumulated pressure that makes us miserable, and is the basics of many of our illness and problems, which also, when you hold them for so long, they turn into illness, and we all know that. We are resigned to it and explain it in a way as the human consciousness. We seek to escape from this myriad ways the average human life is spent trying to avoid and run from the inner turmoil of fear and the threat of misery. Everyone's self-esteem is constantly threatened, both from within and without. You are in control of your mind. Your mind is not controlling you. The fact, if you sit back as you watch this video, that you cannot quiet your mind, That should give you inspiration that you're not in control. Just practice 20 minutes a day. I see you on my next video. If you want to see more of this, just like the video, share the video. Thank you. You want to join me on talking about this and sharing this? Yeah, there's a letting go group on basis of David Hawkins. I will be back. Until then, stay spiritual.